Ocean Needs Everyone is celebrating 5 years of saving the oceans. My name's Enzo, and through Ocean Needs Everyone, I help save the ocean by doing beach cleanups, seal and mangrove plantings, making art about recycled plastic, and making films regarding the ocean's health. How can you help save the oceans at home? Well, even if you don't live near an ocean, trash can end up in there eventually, so cut down on your use of single-use plastics. If you see trash on the roads or beaches, make sure to pick it up. Use less gas-powered vehicles, fish responsibly, and help support local organizations. I started my organization when I was 12 years old because I wanted to make a difference. So remember, you're never too young to follow your dreams and make a change. Let's all save our oceans together, one piece of trash at a time.
Want to train like a pro? DGS Ninja has you covered with obstacles designed by top athletes. Kevin Carbone, Matt Bradley, Tom Alberti, and Brett Sims. Whether you're dialing in your technique at the gym or training at home, DGS Ninja equipment is built for performance, durability, and safety. Train with confidence. Train with DGS Ninja. Find obstacles, rigs, mats, and more on DGSNinja.com.
Has this ever happened to you? Where's my truck bag? Ooh, I have a solution for that. Slab chalks! You take the chalk ball, put it in the mesh pocket, zip it up, slap, and get your chalk. Slab trucks are made right here in Springdale, Arkansas at Interform, the small batch manufacturing company. We're helping our community and providing local jobs to minorities and women of diverse backgrounds. I'm Joseph Rao, Ninja Warrior, rock climber, and the CEO of Slab Chalks.
Here at Stage 4 Designs, we are all about innovation and athlete safety. We've been doing this since 2015, designing the most innovative obstacles in the sport, and now with our partnership with the World Ninja League, we are very excited to bring some of our best designs to the highest level athletes in the world. For our process, it all kind of starts right here in our digital design. There's a much more deliberate process now in what we do, with our goal being the utmost in athlete safety. So we put everything into our digital design first, make sure it's all going to work, then we procure the parts. We learned the process and refined it to what we feel are some of the highest quality urethane products you're going to find in the Ninja space, and that all happens here at our custom-built workbench. A lot goes into our urethane, and we are very proud of the work that we do there. Everything that we build here at Stage 4 is all custom made in-house. It's not like we have a stock of a bunch of stuff. So when you do place an order with us, that order comes through and we basically build everything from scratch. Paint department is scalable. We basically hand paint most things, but some things that require a little bit more spray or bigger, we're capable of that as well. These athletes put these obstacles through some of the most rigorous circumstances that you can think of, and we want to try to plan for every contingency. We never want an obstacle to break on anybody. We always want our stuff to feel solid and not move around a whole lot, so that the athletes can trust their skills to throw the biggest moves that they possibly can on anything that we put out there. Our CNC machine handles all of most of our flat goods. It's the workhorse around here. It actually does a lot of the heavy lifting in terms of cutting things out. We don't do any of our flat goods by hand. We make sure that everything is exactly the same and replicable, so that, you know, if you're doing courses or you have athletes that are going either head to head or the same obstacle that you're going to find at one Ninja gym is going to feel exactly the same if you go to another Ninja gym or your home for that matter, so that there's consistency with all of our products. Over the years, as we've added to our suite of products that we offer, we realized that pipe and metalworking is becoming more and more commonplace in Ninja obstacles, and to meet that demand, we've added the ability to do that here as well. So a lot of the obstacles that you'll see that we design and develop are meant to go on truss, and pipes are a big part of that. So we've added a pipe bending station here, and look for, in the future, us to offer a lot more innovative obstacles that kind of exist in that space where pipes are a big part of it. So here, everything that we put out is tested by real ninjas before it goes out. We want to make sure that our obstacles can stand all sorts of unforeseen circumstances. We know that Ninja athletes move in ways that are innovative and new, and we want to try to account for as many of those as we can and make sure that those obstacles hold up. So we test everything. Over the last 10 years, Stage 4 Designs has been committed to developing the most innovative obstacles that you're going to find, but also the safest and most reliable obstacles. Our motto here is elevating obstacles. We do feel that on this platform, we can take something that's both fun and creative, but also elevate it to an industry that deserves to stand on its own.
Ocean Needs Everyone is celebrating 5 years of saving the oceans. My name's Enzo, and through Ocean Needs Everyone, I help save the ocean by doing beach cleanups, CO and mangrove plantings, making art about recycled plastic, and making films regarding the ocean's health. How can you help save the oceans at home? Well, even if you don't live near an ocean, trash can end up in there eventually, so cut down on your use of single-use plastics. If you see trash on the roads or beaches, make sure to pick it up. Use less gas-powered vehicles. fish responsibly, and help support local organizations. I started my organization when I was 12 years old because I wanted to make a difference. So remember, you're never too young to follow your dreams and make a change. Let's all save our oceans together, one piece of trash at a time.
Want to train like a pro? DGS Ninja has you covered with obstacles designed by top athletes. Kevin Carbone, Matt Bradley, Tom Alberti, and Brett Sims. Whether you're dialing in your technique at the gym or training at home, DGS Ninja equipment is built for performance, durability, and safety. Train with confidence. Train with DGS Ninja. Find obstacles, rigs, mats, and more on dgsninja.com.
Has this ever happened to you? Where's my truck bag? Ooh, I have a solution for that. Slab chalks! You take the chalk ball, put it in the mesh pocket, zip it up, slap, and get your chalk. Slab trucks are made right here in Springdale, Arkansas at Interform, the small batch manufacturing company. We're helping our community and providing local jobs to minorities and women of diverse backgrounds. I'm Joseph Rao, Ninja Warrior, Rock Climber, and the CEO of Slap Chalks.
Here at Stage 4 Designs, we are all about innovation and athlete safety. We've been doing this since 2015, designing the most innovative obstacles in the sport, and now with our partnership with the World Ninja League, we are very excited to bring some of our best designs to the highest level athletes in the world. For our process, it all kind of starts right here in our digital design. There's a much more deliberate process now in what we do, with our goal being the utmost in athlete safety. So we put everything into our digital design first, make sure it's all going to work, then we procure the parts. We learned the process and refined it to what we feel are some of the highest quality urethane products you're going to find in the Ninja space, and that all happens here at our custom-built workbench. A lot goes into our urethane, and we are very proud of the work that we do there. Everything that we build here at Stage 4 is all custom made in-house. It's not like we have a stock of a bunch of stuff. So when you do place an order with us, that order comes through and we basically build everything from scratch. Paint department is scalable. We basically hand paint most things, but some things that require a little bit more spray or bigger, we're capable of that as well. These athletes put these obstacles through some of the most rigorous circumstances that you can think of, and we want to try to plan for every contingency. We never want an obstacle to break on anybody. We always want our stuff to feel solid and not move around a whole lot, so that the athletes can trust their skills to throw the biggest moves that they possibly can on anything that we put out there. Our CNC machine handles all of most of our flat goods. It's the workhorse around here. It actually does a lot of the heavy lifting in terms of cutting things out. We don't do any of our flat goods by hand. We make sure that everything is exactly the same and replicable, so that, you know, if you're doing courses or you have athletes that are going either head to head or the same obstacle that you're going to find at one Ninja gym is going to feel exactly the same if you go to another Ninja gym or your home for that matter, so that there's consistency with all of our products. Over the years, as we've added to our suite of products that we offer, we realized that pipe and metalworking is becoming more and more commonplace in Ninja obstacles, and to meet that demand, we've added the ability to do that here as well. So a lot of the obstacles that you'll see that we design and develop are meant to go on truss, and pipes are a big part of that. So we've added a pipe bending station here, and look for, in the future, us to offer a lot more innovative obstacles that kind of exist in that space where pipes are a big part of it. So here, everything that we put out is tested by real ninjas before it goes out. We want to make sure that our obstacles can stand all sorts of unforeseen circumstances. We know that Ninja athletes move in ways that are innovative and new, and we want to try to account for as many of those as we can and make sure that those obstacles hold up. So we test everything. Over the last 10 years, Stage 4 Designs has been committed to developing the most innovative obstacles that you're going to find, but also the safest and most reliable obstacles. Our motto here is elevating obstacles. We do feel that on this platform, we can take something that's both fun and creative, but also elevate it to an industry that deserves to stand on its own.
Ocean Needs Everyone is celebrating 5 years of saving the oceans. My name's Enzo, and through Ocean Needs Everyone, I help save the ocean by doing beach cleanups, CO and mangrove plantings, making art about recycled plastic, and making films regarding the ocean's health. How can you help save the oceans at home? Well, even if you don't live near an ocean, trash can end up in there eventually, so cut down on your use of single-use plastics. If you see trash on the roads or beaches, make sure to pick it up. Use less gas-powered vehicles, fish responsibly, and help support local organizations. I started my organization when I was 12 years old because I wanted to make a difference. So remember, you're never too young to follow your dreams and make a change. Let's all save our oceans together, one piece of trash at a time.
Want to train like a pro? DGS Ninja has you covered with obstacles designed by top athletes. Kevin Carbone, Matt Bradley, Tom Alberti, and Brett Sims. Whether you're dialing in your technique at the gym or training at home, DGS Ninja equipment is built for performance, durability, and safety. Train with confidence. Train with DGS Ninja. Find obstacles, rigs, mats, and more on dgsninja.com.
Has this ever happened to you? Where's my chalk bag? Ooh, I have a solution for that. Slab chalks! You take the chalk ball, put it in the mesh pocket, zip it up, slap, and get your chalk. Slab chalks are made right here in Springdale, Arkansas at Interform, the small batch manufacturing company. We're helping our community and providing local jobs to minorities and women of diverse backgrounds. I'm Joseph Rao, Ninja Warrior, rock climber, and the CEO of Slap Chalks.
Here at Stage 4 Designs, we are all about innovation and athlete safety. We've been doing this since 2015, designing the most innovative obstacles in the sport, and now with our partnership with the World Ninja League, we are very excited to bring some of our best designs to the highest level athletes in the world. For our process, it all kind of starts right here in our digital design. There's a much more deliberate process now in what we do, with our goal being the utmost in athlete safety. So we put everything into our digital design first, make sure it's all gonna work, then we procure the parts. We learned the process and refined it to what we feel are some of the highest quality urethane products you're gonna find in the Ninja space. And that all happens here at our custom built workbench. A lot goes into our urethane, and we are very proud of the work that we do there. Everything that we build here at Stage 4 is all custom made in-house. It's not like we have a stock of a bunch of stuff. So when you do place an order with us, that order comes through and we basically build everything from scratch. Paint department is scalable. We basically hand paint most things, but some things that require a little bit more spray or bigger, we're capable of that as well. These athletes put these obstacles through some of the most rigorous circumstances that you could think of, and we want to try to plan for every contingency. We never want an obstacle to break on anybody. We always want our stuff to feel solid and not move around a whole lot, so that the athletes can trust their skills to throw the biggest moves that they possibly can on anything that we put out there. Our CNC machine handles all of most of our flat goods. It's the workhorse around here. It actually does a lot of the heavy lifting in terms of cutting things out. We don't do any of our flat goods by hand. We make sure that everything is exactly the same and replicable, so that, you know, if you're doing courses or you have athletes that are going either head to head or the same obstacle that you're gonna find at one Ninja gym is gonna feel exactly the same if you go to another Ninja gym or your home for that matter, so that there's consistency with all of our product. Over the years, as we've added to our suite of products that we offer, we realized that pipe and metalworking is becoming more and more commonplace in Ninja obstacles, and to meet that demand, we've added the ability to do that here as well. So a lot of the obstacles that you'll see that we design and develop are meant to go on truss, and pipes are a big part of that. So we've added a pipe bending station here, and look for, in the future, us to offer a lot more innovative obstacles that kind of exist in that space where pipes are a big part of it. So here, everything that we put out is tested by real ninjas before it goes out. We want to make sure that our obstacles can stand all sorts of unforeseen circumstances. We know that ninja athletes move in ways that are innovative and new, and we want to try to account for as many of those as we can and make sure that those obstacles hold up. So we test everything. Over the last 10 years, Stage 4 Designs has been committed to developing the most innovative obstacles that you're going to find, but also the safest and most reliable obstacles. Our motto here is elevating obstacles. We do feel that on this platform, we can take something that's both fun and creative, but also elevate it to an industry that deserves to stand on its own.
Hello, this is the Kids Female Tier 1 course rules video. We're going to start off on the start platform over here. First obstacle is going to be feet only, blue only across until we get to the start finish platform over there. That's clear. Moving on to the next obstacle. It's going to be hands only, blue only. You're going to traverse your way across and dismount to the finish only platform right there. That's clear. Moving on to the next obstacle. You'll start up on this platform. It's going to be feet only on the blue. You can utilize your hands on the straps. You're going to dismount to the start finish platform over here. And that is clear. Moving on to the next obstacle, you're going to utilize your hands only on the blue only to traverse your way across and dismount to the finish only platform over here. That is clear. Moving on to the next obstacle, you're going to utilize your hands only on the blue trapeze, swing your way around, and then utilize your hands only on the blue rings to get all the way to your start-finish platform at the end. That's clear. Moving on to your next obstacle, you can utilize your hands only on the blue handles only to traverse your way across and dismount to the start-finish platform at the end. That is clear. Moving on to your final obstacle, you're going to utilize your hands only on the blue only to traverse your way across and dismount to the finish-only platform, and utilize your hands on the buzzer only. And that is clear. Good luck, athletes.
we will be covering the Preteen Female Challenge course here. Quite a few competitors here, but only the top 38 will move on to the World Ninja League Championships a month from now. So that's going to be pretty crazy. But between the here and now, we have a course to go over. So obviously there are two courses here, the flow course and the challenge course. The flow course is a typical ninja course where one fall ends your scored run. But here we are covering the challenge course, which gives you 2 retries. It's generally a little longer, which means that the retries can really come in handy. Basically, if you fall in the same obstacle twice, game over. Fail 3 different obstacles, that's it. Very important to note. So yeah, we should be sliding into a demo run of some kind in the near future. And there are 7 obstacles for our preteens to contend with. First up, the speed boost, run across those arrows. Then we have the carnival ride. That rickety board that our competitors must grab hold of. But if you get there, you'll move on to the bumper boxes. Swing the French toast stick back and forth. And then use that middle one to get to the platform. Then we have the cornerstone, which proved to be very treacherous. Yesterday, that is. You have to grab onto 2 ledges, but they're both on different rotations, offset by 90-degree angles. Very tough. We'll see how our preteens can contend with it. Then we have the latch key. You've got to swing around the fulcrum on that ring. Then that will take you into some skyhook jumps. Yeah, 2. You got to deal with a big span between them, as you can see there. But it's okay. Now, if you were to do that in your real run, you would have to go back to the start of the obstacle, and it would be reset. Now, it's also important to note that only the competitors from the qualifying rounds or competitions who placed in the top 3 are able to compete here at this regional. But now we have the V17. You got to unhook these circuit board handles and move them along into these sockets. It's a really pumpy obstacle late in the course. You can see any sort of missed moves can really begin to add up. But yeah, final obstacle is this monolith. Grab onto these tiny ledges. You gotta do a sideways transfer. And then if you make it to the platform in 2 minutes 45, you deserve the buzzer that lays wake. So yeah, we'll see how this plays out. Very excited to see our preteens make an effort here. Now, something to note is that this will be in 2 waves. We are going to have what? Yeah, we're going to have a lot of competitors here, is what I'm really trying to say here. 29 in this first wave alone. I believe the preteens are the most populated group of competitors here in attendance. So 55 competitors. And only, what, 38 slots up for grabs? It's not going to be easy. Competitors are really going to have to work for it. But hey, I wouldn't want it any other way. Looks like we are going to have Olivia getting up to the start line very, very soon. Our first competitor up. Can she also be our first finisher? That is the real question here. Olivia, one of our many competitors from Quebec. Of course, the New England region being very close to the US-Canada border. So we're seeing a couple of Canadians making an effort here. All right, there is Olivia. Sorry for the holdup, but now this is where the action of day 3 begins. Olivia shimmying down the board, reaches across to the dismount, and Olivia striding across, not even caring to use the straps. Olivia, 1-2 pop on the cornerstone. She controls it in such a manner that the ledges don't go out of her grasp. Great technique here. Canadians have really been showing up here. Would love to see Olivia as our first run also be our first buzzer. But she's got 3 more obstacles left to go, and they're not exactly a walk in the park. We have the latchkey, these big skyhooks moves. As we saw in the demo, this is a pretty large distance. Olivia has to lâcher for it in a controlled yet smooth manner. Now, using that lock-off strength to find herself on the V17. And still has a minute 30 remaining. Olivia Belle-Isle trying to situate the hand placement before her feet leave the platform. Obviously, with our preteens being taller and this being the small rig, they're really going to have to keep their feet up, make sure they don't touch the ground. But Olivia doesn't have to worry about that. Looks like she's in her element, and with 55 seconds, she gets to the dismount. The monolith is the final obstacle of this challenge course, and she hasn't used a single retry. She sets off. Doesn't want to waste any more time here. Got 2 good attempts. Should she need it, time will allow for it, and she doesn't get it on her first go. Olivia, though, this is the essence of the retry system. The clock will freeze as the ref and the rig team puts it back in position. 30 seconds on the clock for Olivia. Building up quite a bit of swing. Can she bridge the gap? An extra swing. Maybe a little skittish, and the hands come off. Olivia Belle-Isle can't quite get to the end, but still a really impressive first run to start us off. But yeah, that definitely sets the stage a little bit for our competitors. Hopefully Ada here can carry that momentum. I believe our competitors in the run order are roughly sorted by overall seasonal standings, and Ada, her hand comes off the right side, which means she's gonna take it like a cliffhanger. Oh no, she was almost there, but underestimated that dismount. Very important that you don't overlook any obstacle, any one part. That will give her a second chance, though. And she can get her hands on both sides, take the game plan that she was looking to map out in her run. Pushing out, opting for the backswing to avoid a repeat. Now Ada building it up. I like the technique she's doing, but maybe keeping her legs a little close together here. When you're building up swing on a TikTok like this, you really got to build it up. But what am I saying? Ada has made it. No problemo. Now faces the cornerstone, and that lâché caused her to take a big drop, which could be a little too much on the hands. So that's her second retry gone. That means she's going to have to remain perfect through the rest of her run. Oh no, not again! It's a tricky grab. Obviously, with the ledges being offset like that, your weight kind of favors one hand over the other. But all is well. Ada can keep going. Is able to at least take the ring off the hook. Which you'd be surprised, plenty of people have slipped up on. But Ada now onto the V17. Such a pumpy obstacle. You really have to trust one hand. Ooh, stretching out here. This is a real test of how you can use your wingspan. Gets into the final socket and gets onto solid ground by the looks of it. Ada Glover. 5 seconds left. Let's see what she can do here. With the time she has left. Just gonna go for it. That will do it for her run. Did have a nice save on that second obstacle. Did beat the V17. Not a bad showing at all. But now we have Lorelei. Lorelei Heaton. Third competitor up. She's got 245 to really show this course what she's made of. You can recognize the Ninja Academy shirt. Now, correct me if I'm mistaken. I think that is Hamden Ninja Academy, I think. Hopefully my observation is correct, but Lorelei taking a few quick swings to ensure a safe dismount. Now she carries on. And I like this, setting her back leg really far back. Only needs a few swings on the TikTok to take her through the French toe stick. With relative ease, Lorelei. This is a tough obstacle, though. A real test of the grip. Handles that first transfer pretty nicely, but this one is a smidge further, I think. And a little bit upward. And the grip is different as well. Can't quite make it on her first go. She's going to have to try that again. Lorelei can't fail this obstacle again. She's going to try it again. Oh, no! And you can see it's a similar case to what happened to Ada. You can't really take a... I don't know. She had a little too much height, I feel like, on that catch. Obviously, if you are prepared for such a small series of ledges, then it can be alright. However, such a drop can be absolutely taxing on the hands. Lorelei couldn't land the skyhook either. And a tricky ninja technical move. Making her way up. Doesn't have a lot of swing, I'm noticing. With these larger moves, it almost plays to your benefit to have a little bit of swing with you. Obviously, this is similarly a large load on the arms, but it can be a big help. Oh, she comes off there, but no worries. Lorelei gonna take on the final obstacle. Oh, peels out. Bit of an awkward landing, but she will at least make her way to the buzzer and finish out her run. "31 seconds to the cornerstone. We'll see how that holds up. But for the here and now, we have Sophia making her way onto the start line. Sophia Guay, been doing ninja for 2 years, is similarly coming in from Quebec. We did see Olivia nearly finish the course. So can a fellow Canadian competitor become our first finisher? Guess we're about to find out. Alright, on the start line, it's time for Sophia to make her move. Through the first obstacle in no time. And clean as can be through these second and third obstacles. But this has been an early crux point for our competitors. But Sophia knows what she's doing here. Catches it perfectly, even the one that's on an inward cut. Sophia reaching out to the second ring as she prepares for the skyhook jumps. There's one, swings a little off. This can be fixed if she uses her hips to redirect. Going for the switch grip. Make it a little easier to get a grip on. Sophia makes the jump, locks off, and is the second of the day to make it here. And she is a little bit ahead of Olivia. Given that the monolith is such a tricky obstacle, I think the move for a lot of our competitors are to race to the problem points, give themselves as much leeway as possible. But for Sophia here, having a little bit of strife, getting between these moves, but she's off to the races. She's found her way. Of course, on the descending section, it's not the big reaches, it's unhooking that is trouble. Has gotten here with a minute left. Has enough time to be conservative, take 2 good attempts here. Stretches out to make her mount here. Swinging. Building it up. Come on. Oh, comes up way short of the mark. She's going to have to swing much harder if she wants to make it. Okay, attempt number 2. The clock counts down once again. This can still be done. It's all down to this final move, though, which is so difficult on its own. Her hands do make contact on that second attempt, but can't dig into the ledges. But Sophia, going into first place, making it to the final obstacle, is a pretty good performance. But we must carry on. Iska Stone, I want to say? I hope that's right. I apologize. Here we go. Starting off strong here. Using the lock arms on those small ledges. It can ensure that your fingers have adequate leverage to stay on. And now she makes it onto the cornerstone, the first really hard obstacle here. Gotta make this first catch. It's a little tricky, but she's... Oh, no! Oh, that's unfortunate. You're gonna have to take a retry. I'm gonna say Izika is the pronunciation I'm looking for. Okay, let's try this again. I believe it was this move that betrayed her on her last attempt. Gotta find the leftward ledge. That's the hard one. But she can't do it. Izika down on the fourth obstacle. She's going to carry on. Going to match here. Has the forward grip. We'll see how that plays out. Does hit the hook. But I think the accuracy was a little off. The ring smacked the lip of that hook. Gonna move on to the V17 here. And now on the declining section. Gonna get down and under. Now she's in the final socket. Just a short swing away from the final obstacle. Has 35 seconds to give it a good go. All right, come on. Could she make the move? It's really tricky. Opts for the dismount and finishes out her run. That's it for Izika's run. Still, we're just a few runs in to this competition. 50 competitors left to go, if you'd believe it. So we're just getting started today on the final day of the regionals. Coming up next is going to be Maisley Rizzo. Oh, sorry. I thought that was an L. I apologize. It was Maisie. Maisie Rizzo. My eyes deceived me. Again, I think the obstacles to really look out for are going to be that cornerstone and the monolith. Similar to what's been troubling our other divisions. this weekend. But we're going to find out. Maisie Rizzo. Ooh, taking it like a cliffhanger. Interesting, though I believe that is actually faster than going, you know, one hand on either side. Maisie looking comfortable, looking in her element. Ninja Mania is such a great facility where we've seen plenty of athletes show what they're made of. Gonna take a big backswing. Almost thought she was gonna go for it there, but one more backswing will do. And she has done it. Moving right along into the latchkey. Making great work here. Now she's trying to coordinate where she wants this ring to go, where to set it up. That's the name of the game. Maisie makes it smooth as that. Now, I don't know if she should static this. I think she's, one, on the shorter side, and two, that gap is just far to begin with. Does manage to make the lâché though. No worries for Maisie here. She can make her way to the V17. He's a little bit behind Sophia and Olivia's paces though. So if anything, might have to pick up the pace just a little bit. Or bank on completing the monolith. So we'll see. Of course, completing the monolith would be the goal. You know, you don't want to fall on an obstacle. But 31 seconds. She gets onto the dismount. Maisie! No! No way! Maisie's got to do that all over again. That is not an obstacle where you want to fall at the end. Because yes, you do have retries, but this is such a time sink, and now at this venture, all she can do, I think, is maybe get the point. But she's got to hurry, and this obstacle does not pull any punches. Oh, come on, find it, find it, find it. Time is going to expire for Maisie. But not a bad run. Made it very far into the course. And with that, we will move on. We have Laura Osborne. Let's see what she's made of here. At least 15% concentrated power of will. Also from Ninja Mania. You did just see Maisie from the same facility make it very far. She is moving rather quick. Minimizing the amount of swings she needs to take. She's going to go for that third one as well. Super solid technique here out of Laura. She's going to make the dismount, chalk up before the skyhooks. Again, starting with that fourth obstacle, that's where it really starts to ramp up in difficulty. Matching on the ring. Just a little bit of swing. A guideline to take her forward. But misses the skyhook jump. I don't think she threw herself far enough. Gonna have to try that one again. Here we go, Laura Osborne. Let's see if she's swinging in the right direction. Swinging. Was swinging at about 11 o'clock. I think she's lined up now. Oh, and I don't think she quite had the technique there. it's tough to quantify, really. Because skyhook moves are so tricky, especially if you're just starting out. And you can see here with the V17, can't reach that final socket on the ascent. Needs a bit of swing. And there you go. Laura making her way down. This has a little bit more to go. One more obstacle going to shake out. This obstacle is no joke. 25 seconds. That's a little bit to give it all she's got. Come on, build it up. This is such a tough move, though. And she almost tried to 180 it. Tough move on its own. I don't think she had quite enough swing. But Laura's got a smile on her face. Had a good run there. And by the looks of it, had a bit of fun, too. But now, we can carry on. On the course is J3, so making her start here. Board tipped a little bit, so I guess don't grab near the back. No. Moving right along into the bumper boxes, going to swing her way to the dismount. This is such a scary move, I would say. Balance is always the great equalizer of Ninja, I'd say. J3, though, remaining unscathed. She's going to keep going. Building it up. Ooh, nice. Just one backswing. Very impressive. Evasive maneuvers here from J3. Monkey barring into the skyhooks. Now J3. Oh, no. But she just didn't throw herself, I think, the way she wanted to. Gonna try this again. Get a mulligan here. Let's see. A second try the charm. No! The angle was off. I think that caused her to second guess midair, but that's not the time you want to be considering your options. Okay. Got a good chunk of swing and is a little taller, so it's not as much of a stretch. And J3, just like that, it's on to the final obstacle with plenty of time left. Oh, peels out. Takes a bit of a rough landing. But she's going to get to try it again. Oh, there we go. Now she gets a hold of it. Wondering how it'll go with the swing here. Just got to go with the flow. Just going to drop and make her way to the buzzer, though. Anywho, not a bad run. We're seeing a few competitors get through the cornerstone, which is very, very nice to see. You know, such a breakthrough this early on. Coming up is Tatum Johnson. Coming from Maine, the northernmost state in the U.S. Well, the continuous U.S., the 48 states. You get the idea. You know what I mean. Tatum Johnson nudging to the end of that board and makes the dismount with ease. She's just got to build it up from here. And get to the dismount. Just like that. And now, looking at the cornerstone, an early crux point for our competitors. But I'm sure nothing she can't handle. And no! Kind of swings forward on her. Cuts her grip. Gonna have to try it again. Shaking out. Maybe she can do her due diligence. Again, taking a long while. She really needs to make sure that her hands go where they need to go and that she holds on tight. That is key. All right. Building it up. A lot of swing. Lands perfectly on that second one. Great to see. But what about this third move? She didn't get to try it, and she's taking a lot of extra swings. Maybe looking a little timid on this move. But she goes for it and misses with the right hand. And that does her in. Tough break there. But she's not done here. Has 3 more obstacles to give a nice attempt. Swinging at about 2 o'clock though. Maybe it would be in her best interest to go back to the ring. Oh, the coach is helping her out? Okay. You know what? Fair enough. The clock is winding down. Is she going to try it again? Was looking up at the ring. But no, I think she's going to call it there. That will do it for Tatum's run. Still, though, was able to make that move on the cornerstone on her second go. Not bad at all. Audrey Dalton. We've also recognized the Ninja Academy tee. Taking a lot of kips here to inch her way forward. Audrey, oh! Yeah, careful. Don't step onto that while you're leaning back. Much better when she really starts to swing for it. And, ooh, big drop into that second ledge. Been trouble for our competitors in the past, but Audrey's able to make it. A little lesser there. Thus, the transfer is much cleaner. 1:47 now. Making great work of these obstacles. She's got to keep trucking along. Now, is she going to go for it? Her swing was a little off kilter, and now it's sending her in kind of an awkward direction. I think she's just got to use her hips here. But she's just swinging in that direction. I don't think that's going to help her too much. Yeah, maybe the hand switch will help her out. Coach really coming in clutch here. Oh, but she tries to stat. It's a move of desperation. Costs her a retry. Her favorite obstacle type is generating swing, but this is a moving with obstacle type beat. And thus, maybe something she's not super familiar with, or has a bit of trouble with. And now she's in that weird sort of swinging direction. Got to bring it back. Obviously, a tactical reset is not an option because you can't fail this obstacle twice. Gotta get the legs up or something. Try to stifle this swing, but... Oh, I think she's actually going to turn the tide. She makes the jump. The ring is there, but her hands give way. She was hanging up there for a long time. That will do it for her run. I wonder why we're going to do a replay. She's still got a run to go. Let's not dwell on that. Her time will expire, but made great work of the V17. Is she going to get to the end? Oh, yeah. She's absolutely spent. I can't blame her. Spent a lot of time up in the air, gripping onto those rings and those cornerstones. Such a tough course, but she really made the most of it. Sophia Hall up next. Getting a grip of this board. She will make her way along. Slowly but steadily. And you know what they say, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. So now that takes her to the bumper boxes. Gonna build up plenty of swing. And that horizontal one barely moves. Now, oh no! I think it was her left hand that betrayed her on that first attempt. Gonna have to take a retry. And now gonna try it again. What will it be? No, I think the left hand was still a little off on that second go. But we'll be able to continue through here. It's a little bit off with the swing. And it catches her off guard when she readies herself for the skyhook transfer. Okay, come on. Able to get it hooked on third go. Third goes the charm. Oh, come on. Where is that socket? Yeah, it's a lot of weight on one arm. Now building it up. What does she have left for this final move? Just throws herself to the mats below and hits that buzzer. So yeah, that will do it for Sophia's run. Good effort there. Coming up is Sarah Anderson. Still, we haven't seen anyone get to the final obstacle in quite some time. Having a bit of a drought. That is how it tends to be sometimes. Getting to the end of this board. Clamber to safety. And now she carries on into the bumper boxes. Gotta build it up from a standstill. Now Sarah Anderson's going to continue through. This obstacle has been trouble, and it causes Sarah a bit of problems here. But that's what the retries are for. Sarah, come on. Can she get it on her second go? Much better on the grab. And now the third. Didn't get to try that on her first attempt, but easy does it on her second go. Gets through it. Good showing so far from Sarah. It doesn't get any easier. Oh, and that release of the hanging ring has got her swinging off center here. Oh no, she was swinging at about 9 o'clock. Left her with no chance to get to the second hook. That's her second and final retry gone. This course is going to ask for perfection from here on out. But first things first, can she make good on that retry and get through this? She makes the hook, but can't keep her grip. What a bummer, Sarah. He's going to get to try the V17. Hope her grip isn't feeling the burn too much. And now, going down the summit of this theoretical mountain. Come on, get down. Can she get through it in the time limit? Yes, she will. Very well done there, Sarah. Used the retries to their fullest potential, I would say. Improved at every step of the way. But now, Clara Matthews. Still, no finishers. This has been a tough challenge course so far. And our competitors are not getting it easy. But I guess if it were easy, everyone would be doing it, right? Clara speeding through it. I almost thought she was going to full send it, but honestly, if you're going to go for the full send, you want to be running to begin with. But no matter, Clara gets through it cleanly. The barrels barely moving. Are they really barrels if they're square? Who cares? Clara facing off the cornerstone. This is not the easiest thing in the world. Makes the catch though. Starting to see more and more athletes trickle through that obstacle. And now, oh no. The swing being a little weird. She can't quite find her way to the hanging ring. The second one, that is. But doesn't cough up a retry, so it's A-okay. Tried to take one backswing into the first skyhook jump. It almost worked. Maybe it was a lack of chalk. We're going to test that hypothesis right now. Ooh, the swing's a little low on her, but she still finds it. And is going to switch her hands around to have the mixed grip. Will this help her out? Makes the skyhook with one backswing. A pullback is all that Clara needs, but she tries the static. No, that gap is just way too big for that to work. Unless you're really, really tall, that is. Still, Clara notching herself into the top 5 with that run. Going to see what she can do on these final 2 obstacles. Couple of whiffs there. But getting into the groove on the up and on the down, hopefully. Down isn't too hard. Just a matter of unhooking the handles. She's struggling a little bit with, but obviously way less taxing than hanging on one arm. Is she going to go for a dismount? No, I think she was just feeling the burn. And time is going to expire for Clara. Still, though, a good run there. We're going to get a look at her on this final obstacle. Oh, she's presumably very, very spent. 13 runs so far. We are nearing the halfway point of this wave. Up next, another Canadian. Can Lawrence break through here? I believe that last name is pronounced Langtit, I think. I don't know. Pardon my French. But Lawrence, as I was saying that, got through the third obstacle. She's been moving really quick, ahead of the curve. 1.3 seconds, in fact, in the green. Doesn't want to waste any extra time here. Again, running early comes with the consequence that you have to set the stage really high for those in front of you. No! But the right side of the ring bonks on the end of the hook, costing her a retry, but she has yielded herself a lot of wiggle room. Looks like her coach is telling her how to throw that ring forward. Let's see if she can make do on that advice. Gonna get a pull back. Much better on that second attempt. She has to make this big lache. 1-2 pop. I think she is a little taller, so very practical option. Building it up here. Big backswing, readies for the jump, and makes it to safety. As soon as she makes the dismount, that is. 123 to this point. Was a little bit behind Sophia, but has been so comfortable so far, to the point where I think a buzzer is definitely a practical option here. So far, so good. She's moving well with the handles. It's like in a claw machine game, you gotta be the crane. Except in this case, you gotta be the handles. She's having a lot of trouble getting that back arm out, but she's found her way. Near disaster on the dismount, but now with minimal rest, she's got to take her attempt here. 20 seconds, not a lot of time. It's going to drop. She's shaking those arms. I wonder if she ripped. In any case, if it's pump, if it's a skin tear, she's got to go again. Give it everything she's got. But these ledges are not forgiving. 5 seconds and she doesn't have the swing to contend with. Lawrence's run will come to an end on the monolith, but still a great run to get that far. So yeah, 14 runs. We have hit the halfway mark of the wave. And now, Maya Mulberger is coming into the challenge course. Having a bit of trouble getting this going. The strapped board is not making it any easier for her. Gotta take a lot of backswings here too. But she gets through it, and that's all that matters for Maya here. It's in the early parts of this run. The time limit's not too strict. But still something you gotta be cognizant of. Oh no! Her grip just peels off that second ledge. Gotta go again. Maya. Got a lot of swing here. Knows how to build it up. It's all about the release, though, and she can't get there. Maya, one of the many to come undone on the cornerstone. Okay, gotta get a pull back. Now swinging in a circle, though. That pullback didn't play to her benefits in the way she wanted. But can find the ring once more. Get the pullback she desires. And it was really close. Just gonna move along into the V17. This is so exhausting. Maya's being really efficient here. Not having too much trouble. Oh no! Grip just absolutely spent. Either that or she just got a tough shake of that mount. Those ledges are absolutely minuscule. That will do it for Maya's run. Still though, a good effort there. And we have gone into the second half of the wave. Obviously, we are not anywhere near close to the end of the preteen female division as a whole. But Nora, one of many to be moving about here. One of 42 left to negotiate this course. Nora Colleran makes it to the dismount, and now she can carry forth. Doesn't even use the straps. Such a pristine technique there from Nora. She can get into the cornerstone here. This has been taking names left and right. And Nora is gonna also have to take a retry. What a shock. Going all the way back to the start of the obstacle. But she was really close. Ooh, that was a little close. Took a lot of impact on those arms. Come on, what's it gonna be? Nora is too far back on the grab. And just can't dig in. That's okay. Gonna get to try the rest of this. Oh no, that's what happens when you get misangled. Thus, that takes her to the V17. Looking clean, no mistakes. Such a great attempt of the obstacle. Clean as can be. Nora Colleran just got to line up that dismount. Does touch down, but still a great attempt at that obstacle. Lining up this absolutely brutal monolith obstacle. Doesn't quite make it, but lands on 2 feet. But, you know, such a great run there from Nora. Even with the slip up there. Had a great run of the V17 even after the fact. Now we have Violet DeVoe. Ooh, off to a blazing start. Sprinting down the first obstacle. The board barely even shifting at first under the weight of her grab. Not going to do anything too crazy. No funny business here. This obstacle can be very treacherous if you overlook it. Violet getting a lot of swing here. Only one backswing. That's all she needs. Looking super solid so far. Catches it with feet to spare. And Violet is already onto the fifth obstacle. Super solid pace so far. But can she carry that weight? Across several feet of skyhook jumps. Oh no! We heard the ring clang against metal. But it couldn't slot into its proper place. Violet. Gonna try it again. Oh, that was close. Got the ring caught up on the very tip of the hook. See if she can make it. Second try is the charm for Violet DeVoe. And now V17. Getting a good start here. Those handles. Such great precision here out of Violet. And unhooking here. I don't think she made a single slip up there. That's about as good as you can do it. And thus, she has one more obstacle, one retry, if she needs it. But she knows how to swing! Can't quite get there though, comes up short. So that is it for her retries. But hey, used them where she needed to. Can she make the grab? Has plenty of swing. Almost horizontal, and her hands get on it. But it is all for naught. She just can't get a grip of it. Oh, she was so close, though. The closest run we've seen. I almost thought she had it. Third place there for Violet. We'll see how that stands. But in the meantime, we have Mia Tazone out of Vermont Ninja Warrior. Big start on the board. Gives her a lot of leeway, a lot of clearance. So Mia can keep going here. To the third obstacle. Didn't expect any trouble there. Really a way to ease into the course before the big difficulty spike here. The form of the cornerstone. But it's no trouble for Mia. Makes it to the third one. And doesn't pause for a second. Goes straight into the latchkey. Not playing around here. She wants to be the first to clench that buzzer. Had quite a few runs on this challenge course thus far. And she is tall enough to make that reach. The first today to pull that off. She's just got to set herself correctly in the right direction. Makes it. And with 1 minute 22 seconds remaining. She's looking good here. In the top 5 as of now, but obviously, if she can get through these 2 obstacles, that would be irrelevant. Got to be careful with the feet. It's very low to the floor. Just kipping off of one arm, though. Very impressive maneuvers. Now she's got to make her way down. What's it going to be for Mia? Another miss there. Just got to get through it at this stage. Oh, little trouble with the dismount. Come on, get out of there, Mia. Got to brace and nudge herself over. But with 30 seconds, time is looking a little low on her, despite not using a single retry. Gonna hold on. Her height may be to her benefit here. Less distance she has to cover. But she's got a lot of swing that she needs to make up, and she just goes for it. No! She takes her first retry. And 13 seconds. This is going to be tight, even if she can muster up the proper swing here. Preloads a little bit, but peels out on her second go. And Mia down and out on the monolith. It's tough. She chalked up as well. I wonder what happened. It's just too much for that left arm to bear. But we must move on. Still, though, a great run. 4th place. We have Ori Alamgir, who is cruising through the first 3 obstacles just like that. We're already seeing her on the cornerstone. Yes, she means business here on this challenge course. She wants to be number 1. But she's got a long way to go here. Even though she's already surpassed the midway point. Whoa, a link! You don't see that every day. Ori. Nice moves here. 25 seconds ahead of Sophia, by the way. Just thought that would be pertinent to point out. And she makes it to the dismount. No spared expenses. Can she build up the swing necessary to cross the gap? One more backswing, and Ori makes it! Incredible! And makes the dismount to become our first finisher with a time of 106. I thought it was going to be quite a while before we saw our first finisher. But Ori has completely blown us out of the water. That is going to be a tough run to live up to. Not much time to play with there. Such a great run. Can Avery Morris follow that up? Also coming out of Maine. Which I guess isn't super duper far, but it's a haul. And okay, Avery through the second obstacle. Looking comfortable. Gotta build it up. Just one step. That was super solid. You know, if you just saw that run, I don't think you would be able to tell that that second one moves. That's how solid that was. Racing for impact here. She's able to make it from 1 to 2. But what about 2 to 3? This is a tough grab. You have to land inward here with that right hand. But she kills it. Very well done. Avery moving at her own pace here. Got to get to the sky hooks here. Set herself up correctly. And no, just not enough forward swing. Though, definitely had the right idea with the technique. Going again. Okay. It wasn't the angle that was the problem, though. It was the amount of swing that she had on her hands. Hopefully, understanding it now. There it is. Had the perfect amount of swing as well. Having trouble. Taking a lot of extra swings here. And not adding too much to the swing, mind you. Oh no! The ring was there! That was it. But the hands give. Still has 2 more obstacles, but not much time left. Trying this out here. But time is going to expire. That's going to do it for Avery's run. But still a nice run there for Avery. Again, not everyone can say that they have gotten through the cornerstone. But now we have Alejandra taking her shot at the course. Moving good so far. Alejandra Keeley, I'm going to say. Trains at TA Fitness. Favorite obstacle type is generating swing. Definitely will come in handy. The foot dexterity. She can put that way far behind her. Because that was the last balance obstacle in the course. So I'm sure she is thrilled at what lays ahead. Alejandra. Plenty of swing. But how's her ring tech? Okay, makes the first one comfortably. There's a 1-2 pop. Eyeing up the second jump and reaches to safety. Alejandra has to contend with the circuit board, though. The V17. The ascending section doesn't pose much of a threat. So the down section should be pretty clean as well. Makes the dismount and is in second place. This is the fastest pace. Or well, the second fastest pace, but still. A buzzer well within reach. And she does have a retry should she need it. Oh, that was super close. Hands were there. But maybe it was just a little off with how she landed near the ledge. 5 feet tall. I mean, you gotta think that that's gonna maybe play to her benefits here. Making a lot of swing here. Will it be enough? Yes, it will! Alejandra makes the jump and hits the buzzer with a time of 2:14.27. Puts her in second place. Super solid grab there on the monolith. That retry really helping her out. How about it? We have 8 competitors left in this wave. I believe we will not be going to intermission. Bear in mind. But Bryn Allen off to the races. Taking a backswing here. Almost thought maybe it could have helped her get some leeway here. But it's her way or the highway here. Just bumping her way down. But from there, she doesn't have a lot of swing, and this doesn't really move super easily. So it's going to be trouble. But not too much for Bryn here. Able to make it behave. Same deal with the bumper boxes. But this is the first challenge here. First real challenge. And the cornerstone slips out of her fingers. Gotta try it again. Opting to chalk up. Maybe that will give her the extra grip she needs to stay on. Good bit of swing here. A lot of downward force there. She's able to hang on though. Going again for seconds. This transfer very hard as well and can't hold on. Also loses the hat. Luckily he's able to recover that. And maybe that hat gave her a bit of power. Threw herself around that fulcrum. Oh, the hat comes off again. Hopefully she can still perform hatless. Bryn, I guess we're about to find out on this second skyhook jump. Oh! Similar gambit to what we've seen plenty of times on that obstacle. Where she makes it, just can't hold on. Looking through the V17. Hands are absolutely pumped here. Does she have anything left here for the monolith? Gotta build it up. Let's see what she got. Swinging pretty hard, I gotta give it to her. But the hands, all they feel is just air. That will do it for Bryn's run. Still though, made the most of her opportunity. Just a sign of how far she's come in Ninja. Still, 2 finishers. Good bit of success. But we must move on. We have 6 left in this wave. This is Tallulah, Smoller, Curran, I'm going to say. Ooh, and having trouble getting a foot out to that platform. She's been doing Ninja for 6 years. Which is more than half her life, mind you. But yeah, we're going to see, does she have the wherewithal on these ledges? First catch, super smooth and composed. But has to do it again. And that is the move that gives her a problem. Gotta go again. Tallulah looking at these cornerstones once again. This first move, we know she can do it. The arms really extended though. I hope she can make this second move. From 2 to 3. Will her fingers hold on? They won't. Tallulah just can't make it through the cornerstone. She can keep going, though. Currently toe-to-toe with the latchkey. But, oh, the swing. Now she's going side to side. But I like this. Really engaging the legs, the lower body, the hips. And that allows her to get back into prime position. Brings it back. Lachey. No good, but still can try out the next two obstacles. Still a great save on those skyhooks. Very impressive. Looking in her element here. Despite moving with obstacles being her most challenging obstacle type. Evidently very, very pumped. And she's still putting on a show here. 1 second left. Maybe she'll go for it. Let's see. Let's find out. Does at least get a little bit of airtime at the very least. Still, though, a good run. I was really impressed with what I saw on the skyhooks. That's for sure. 5 left in the wave. And up first is Ashlyn. Ashlyn Huff. Nearing the end of that board. Not going to be a problem. She represents Forte Fitness Center. Great facility we've seen plenty of athletes come from. A fine facility in Barnstable, Massachusetts. But in any case, they've been training her well. Culminating in this moment here, she makes on the cornerstone. Work here isn't done though. She's making great time as well, which will help her out. Give her some wiggle room. But ring tech has proven to be the Achilles heel for many so far. First transfer, very, very smooth. Now it's about making this lachey, which, as we've seen, isn't the easiest thing in the world, but a 1-2 pop just needed to gauge the distance is all. Ashlyn, come on, one more. Make it and get out of there. Swings a little off, but this can be salvaged. As you can see there. Able to make the big reach. Oh my gosh, that was so close. I was scared for a moment. 31 seconds is not the ideal case scenario, and she has been hanging for a while. I am a little bit concerned. Might be more or less about getting the point at this current venture. She comes off that handle though, and that's only going to leave her with 15 seconds. Forcing her to beat this obstacle, which takes a very, very long time. In such a small time frame. Can she execute under the time pressure? She's just got to materialize something. The moves are coming, but they're not coming quick enough. And Ashlyn's time will expire at the summit of the V17. Still, though, a really solid run. You can see the grit. Was really able to perform. And could make the dismount as well. So, all in all, she did really good on the course. It was just a matter of time. Up next, we have Cora Collins. Started Ninja in 2021 when she was 7. Seen the show. Gave her the inspiration she needed to try the sport herself. Has competed in many different leagues, and Ninja is her full devotion. Oh no! Spills over the platform. That's something we haven't seen. Because that platform is a start and finish platform, you cannot leave it. So that will cost her a retry. Won't be much of a problem, but she's got to beat this obstacle in one go. That's the real worry here. And no! Her hands come off on the cornerstone from 2 to 3. And without that extra retry, that's going to do it. But still, going super efficient here, was near the edge of that hook there. So just a little bit of time. Give herself a hand, get back on track. Second skyhook comes up short, but still moving at a pretty good pace. I gotta give it to her. But now she's gonna carry on throughout the V17. Looking comfortable, looking in her element. That's what I want to see here out of Cora. As it stands, it's 42 seconds to try out this obstacle. Give it what she can. Does she have anything left in the tank, in the energy reserve? She just goes for it. You know, go big or go home. Still, though, great run. It was just an issue with spilling over the platform. That was the only real slip-up I saw. But all in all, not a bad run. Was able to make the most of our situation. Now we have Rowan Muldoon. Starting well. Having a little bit of strife with the carnival ride. She wants to get off. This is her stop, and the stop she will get almost spills over the platform like we saw with our last run. Was able to save it though. No mulligans needed for Rowan. Building it up, digging deeper on this ledge, hopefully. Nicely done. That will do it. Gonna go around and up to that second hanging ring. But now we're swing getting a little off axis here. But not too far off. I think this can be fixed. But as of now, Rowan is swinging about 30 degrees off where she needs to. Oh, come on. Yeah, I think the hand placement might help a little bit. But no, still. And opts for a tactical reset rather than hanging for an extended period of time. It's probably for the better. Gives her a bit of time to rest up, especially because when you take a retry, the clock will freeze. All right, second try. Will it be the charm? Okay. This is looking all right, and the swing is set in the right place. Rowan can't make the lâcher. Only gets one hand onto the second independent ring. Unfortunate. Rowan gonna keep going, but all of these long obstacles are really starting to add up. Come on, Rowan. Regripping on every swing, just trying to materialize something. Just throws herself to the wind. Still though, such a great save. Even if she couldn't make the lâcher, was able to persevere enough on the skyhooks to find the swing direction that she needed. So yeah, Gwendolyn Furlick up to bat. Coming in from Vermont Ninja Warrior. Oh, no way! What happened? Okay, an early retry taken for Gwendolyn. Just need the reset team to steady it. And she's off once again. I think she just gripped too far. A silly mistake. But hey, this is the challenge course. The world is your oyster. Gwendolyn is back in business. Takes one step, almost spills over. Oh, that could have been scary. And now building it up. Plenty of forward progress there for Gwendolyn. Gotta do it again. Does it perfectly. So far, so good. Gwendolyn. Gotta keep this ring straightened up, though. And that she will do. Just one backswing. That ought to do it. And from here, now looking at the second one, is able to static. That will weave her into the right direction. One big backswing, and she misses! Oh, the ring bonks itself on the hook. Gonna have to do that all over again. Gonna brace for impact here. Doing an obstacle twice, almost fully, is never easy. But Gwendolyn has to just deal with the cards that she's been dealt. Just tough to say, but Gwendolyn does make it on her second attempt. Fellow Vermont Ninja Warrior comrades cheering her on. From here, Gwendolyn has two obstacles, but inside of 17 seconds, it's going to be tricky. This point's still very attainable, though. She's going to have to really rush. And she's having trouble getting her backhand out. Come on, give it to her. 4 seconds. Gotta go. She gets the point, but with a single second left, time will run short on her. Gwendolyn, a very solid run. Just a few silly mistakes here and there. But again, that is why the retry system exists. In the end, it was able to take her to the final obstacle. one more run in the first wave, though that's not really relevant because we're going straight into wave 2. But yeah, our final run of wave 1 is Zoe Ilvonen. She's moving quick so far. What's she gonna do here? Yeah, has to reach very close to the start of the board there. Zoe on the shorter end of our competitors here. Us can't really reach out the same way. Gotta let go. Be cool here. There we go. Zoe. Gonna back up. Can't leave the start platform, but does the full send method anyway. Works out perfectly for Zoe here. Ooh, big lâché out of Zoe here. Now for the inward grab. Makes it with room to spare. From here, Zoe has liftoff. Oh, and now she's in a merry-go-round S-spin. This is going to be a tough grab for her. It has to lock off to reach up to that hanging ring. Easy does it. What about these sky hooks? First one was super clean. Basically minimalizing the amount of time she spent going from point A to point B. But now it's getting all twisted up. Zoe fixing the swing by the looks of it. Got a lâché! But when she released, she was right after the apex of her swing. Gonna have to take a second attempt at that. Zoe curving around the bend. Tried to lock off, but the ring just escapes her grasp. There we go. Second try is in fact the charm. Regripping multiple times. I don't think she quite had it on the first go. First skyhook and not too shabby. But again, it's about this lâché. That's what gave her trouble before. And she's down to 20 seconds, so if she's going to make a move, she needs to make a move right now. Ah, but can't grab the ring. That will do it for Zoe's run. Gonna at least try these next few obstacles. See what she's got. But time will expire there. That will do it for Zoe's run. Still, though, all in all, a very impressive showing from Zoe. Now we're going to carry on to the second wave. And up first is Sasha Griffin, representing Vermont Ninja Warrior. And making quick work of the carnival ride. It's just this dismount you have to contend with, if anything. Sasha got a lot of swing and came in a little too hot with that. I think she bumped it a little bit and made that left hand grab way tougher. Hopefully can maybe come in with a little less speed. There we go. That's what I was looking for there. And 2 to 3 also. Very, very solid. Going around the fulcrum, Sasha. Trying to find the angle of release for that pullback. Give her a bit of leeway on these jumps. And nice, able to get that 1-2 pop. From here, Sasha's just got one more ring toss. And can get to the platform. Sasha, 51 seconds into the V17. Gotta take a good front swing. Or backswing, whatever you call it. Probably backswing. Depends on your angle, really. But Sasha, undeterred by that. Just a few hiccups here and there. Coming up to the final obstacle. But with 13 seconds, is only going to have one shot here. Needs to quickly chalk and go. But even there, I'm not sure if she's going to have enough time to play with here. Just got to go, but just doesn't have the time. Sasha, I think she could have had that, honestly. But the issue was the clock was winding down on her. Had no time to build up swing. And thus, no time to make the big move. But now, we move on to Clara Pereira Morin. Shimmying down the beam. She's also from Quebec. She's been competing for 2.5 years, but this is her first season in the WNL. Loves everything about Ninja, especially trying new tricks. And I doubt this is anything she's tried before. I guess we are set to find out. Very devoted to the Ninja Gym lifestyle. Is almost always the last to leave after training. How about that? Clara rising to the occasion. It's a big pullback here. She knows what she's doing, playing her cards right. From here, makes the catch onto the ring. It's a nice kickback, but still the ring can't clang on to where the hook is. Gonna have to take a mulligan. Oh no, whiffs trying to get to the ring. The second one, that is. Much better on that second go. Clara, oh, loses the ring again. Come on, find it. Gets into that first skyhook jump. Going through the motions. But is rather down on time. There's that second skyhook jump I was looking for. But 37 seconds on the final two obstacles. She's going to have to move. Coughed up a lot of time on the skyhooks. Okay, come on. 20 seconds remain. She is moving pretty quick. So this may be able to be salvaged. But it's down to how quickly she can get through this. Doesn't want to chalk. It's just her and the obstacle. Come on, minimal swings here. What will it be? Ah, no. Just another instance of our competitors being really solid when it comes to the obstacles, but the time being so cruel. But a final obstacle attempt at the end of the day is pretty good. Coming up is Emma Sobal. Jumps straight onto the carnival ride. Not playing any games. No, no way! Oh, Emma, gotta take a retry on the second obstacle. Okay, don't play around here. Oh, well, second try was in fact the charm. Made it work. Time for Cornerstone. Didn't have a lot of swing, but made it work. Looks so in control of things. I gotta say. In one pullback, going with the flow. Is aware of some of the times set by our other competitors. Wants to hang with the best of them. And now can carry on. This V17, diabolical, but definitely has plenty of time on her hands. And making some big moves here to get to the dismount in 117. Just one more obstacle. One way or another, she's got to get through this. If she does, she will land in second place. Come on. I don't know what went wrong there. Can we get a look at the obstacle? Come on, let's see. Coughs up her final retry. Emma Sobal staring down the buzzer. An area that she hopes to make it to without touching down on the black mats below. Got a lot of swing here. For the release, she gets there. Emma Sobal is going to finish the challenge course. Our third finisher of the Preteen Female division. You know, she is jumping for joy at such an accomplishment. To be honest, I can't blame her. But now we must tread forth. We have Ria Yurko. Right at the edge of that board. Sheesh. Hometown is the capital of New York, which contrary to popular belief is not New York City, but is probably still a city that never sleeps. Don't fact check that. But Ria, as I say that, is cruising through the first four obstacles. Sorry for going off on a wild goose tangent, but Ria showing her skills here. The skills that pay the bills. Goes underhand to hopefully match with a mixed grip. And cross the gorge, just like that. Ria Yurko. Taking a bit of a breather before the V17. But now, going with the flow. Gotta move along to the beat of the drum. Ria. Just gotta go through the motions. Unhook, rehook. The cycle continues, goes on. 1:10 to the final obstacle, though. Plenty of time to work with, and has all of her retries, though she will only be able to use one. But maybe she won't need any. It's down to this transfer. What will it be? No, not even close. Didn't have nearly enough swing to make that happen. Rhea, representing Ninja Lab, wants to make the folks at the gym proud. But it comes down to this. One more try. The obstacle that is the end-all for many of our competitors, and it does Rhea in. Couldn't muster enough swing to make it happen. It's a tricky obstacle, I gotta tell you. Still, though, great run. Made it to that point with plenty of time. The crux point is, in fact, the crux point. But now we have Alexandra Acampora, also sporting the local Ninja Academy attire. Going to shimmy down, hand over hand, one by one. Makes her way to the dismount, and just like that is through the third obstacle as well. Ooh, and I like that when she landed with that lâché, her hips were back, gives her a little bit more momentum. The fingers give, but not enough to spill disaster for Alexandra. But now Alexandra, with that said and done, facing the latchkey. Oh no, didn't throw herself quite as aggressively as I would have hoped to see. Stayed kind of loose that whole transfer. Wants to do the Stanford Ninja Squad proud. Make this ring tech happen. But can she do it? Getting some big advice from the coach, which enables her to get there. Coach Bianca really helping her out here. Pointing to the hook, the destination of her journey here with the rings. Get a big backswing, but I don't think she's quite set up. Needs a little bit more momentum. She hopes to make it across. No! Didn't throw her arms forward either. And that will do it for Alexandra's run. She must continue, though. Try out the rest of this course. She's looking good here. Very little to write home about. Just a smooth, controlled run through the V17. Take a moment to catch her breath, but not too long. 15 seconds is all that remains. She's got to build some serious momentum here, and in 5 seconds, she's just gonna YOLO it. That is it for Alexandra's run, though. Still such a solid run. Very solid coaching as well from Coach Bianca. Props. Only 3 finishers as of now, though. Can Elizabeth be number 4? That would be nice. But I guess we're set to find out. Elizabeth Imbo. Pardon my French. Wow, in the blink of an eye, we didn't even get to see her on the bumper boxes. Staying in control of the cornerstone. She's able to make a really solid catch. that propels her to safety. Come on, Elizabeth. First one super clean. Cuts her momentum down as well, so that swing to the second ring be pretty easy as well. Super solid technique here from Elizabeth. Definitely done her homework, mapping out the course with her coach and everything. What moves are worth it, which are not. How many swings to take here and there. Just as important as actually executing is the planning that comes beforehand. Which is why it can be so helpful to run later in the run order. Okay, so far so good here on the B-17. No troubles. With a minute left. She stares down the final obstacle. Would love to see Canadian competitor get through this. Building up a lot of swing. This is super aggressive. One more backswing, perhaps? And the hands just can't hold on. But that's okay. The crowd chanting for her. They want to see her succeed on the monolith. And has the time to make it work. Can she do it? Be clear number 4. Elizabeth almost horizontal, and she makes it! The crowd going wild as Elizabeth conquers the challenge course. Had much more swing on that second attempt, and that enabled her to cross the gap and become one of only a few to finish the course. We have 20 left in the preteen female division. Things may be looking up for our competitors. But here we have Finley Giuliano out of Vermont Ninja Warrior. Gonna get a good backswing here. Maybe be a little further along. That'll help her out. Straps there are being very underutilized. Just left to gather dust. But Finley going full force through the cornerstone. As it should be. Comfortable here. This is the kind of technique I want to see here out of our preteens. Swapping that left hand around. Perhaps to keep her swing in order. 136 to this point. Finley's been looking strong so far. But can she follow through on the final 2 obstacles? This penultimate challenge, mainly aiming to sap every ounce of grip strength you have left. Finley is there. So here it is, the trouble point for so many, the monolith. Can she do it? Getting tons and tons of swing. Oh no, I was wondering if she was gonna go there. I think it just wasn't quite the amount she needed. In a similar time situation to Elizabeth, our last run, and we know she made it. I'm noticing a Gremlin 2 on the back. Wonder if that has any correlation to what we've been seeing here. You need to almost get horizontal before you want to even think of going for it. She goes for it again, and like I said, just wasn't enough speed. That will be coming off the board, but yeah, an unfortunate exit there on the monolith. Was still a big throw, though. To make it to the final obstacle was a really solid effort there out of Finley from start to finish. You may need a moment to adjust that in NinjaWorks. Cora Mosaic. Time for her to make her move here. I believe trains at Strive, judging by the jersey. Oh, okay, a little sketchy with the dismount, but it's okay. No need to stress out about spilled milk, for instance. Yes, I am equivalating the second obstacle to spilled milk. But anywho, Cora quickly through. Doesn't want to expend any extra time. Anywhere she doesn't need to. But if you rush here, it could send you into an uncontrollable tailspin. So you got to be careful here. Caught it straight armed. I was a little bit concerned. She turns both her hands around to make that grab a little easier to nudge yourself towards. Now Cora Mosaic eyeing up the second skyhook move. No, and I was worried about that as well. Her arms were completely straight when she was absorbing the impact of that transfer. Which means, you know, the shoulders really take the full impact. That's your whole arm feeling the torque of your actions. Like to see her have a little bit more control with it. Oh, it almost got caught on the top of that hook. That could have been disastrous. But crisis averted for Cora. Building it up once more. Can she make it? The grip holds this time around. But with two straight attempts at the sky hooks here, you gotta think, how does that add up with her stamina? Time is looking very troublesome here for Cora. She's gotta move here on this obstacle. I've seen this before. You need to have about 20 seconds on that final obstacle, but you will at least get the point. As long as she keeps her balance, that is. Okay. 5 seconds to take this on. I don't think she's going to make it through in time. Yeah, I can appreciate her just trying to YOLO it with the throw. Just had to find a miracle or something. But again, a final obstacle attempt. Nothing to be ashamed of. That obstacle is absolutely brutal. And honestly, I think if she had more time, she could have had it. We now move on to Gabriella Berkman out of Action Athletics. Going to take this like a cliffhanger. Interesting. Just going to scamper to the end. Take an extra backswing just to make sure of it. Gabriella, it's game time though. Put her game face on. This is the time. Proud member of the Action Athletics team. Loves laches, devil steps, cliffhangers, and skyhooks. So I guess that explains why she did that on the second obstacle, huh? Well, time for one of her favorites. The skyhooks should feel well within her element. Perfect control of that ring. Knew exactly how to move, how to bridge that gap. That will move her forward. Getting a little crisscross applesauce here. But gets the transfer and gets out of there. Time for the V17. First things first, got to make her way up. Doesn't get any easier. We've seen this part exhaust a lot of time. The reaches aren't big, more so it's a matter of perhaps... Oh no, Gabriella! I saw her matching and I knew she was feeling the burn. But on the final move, oh no, she's got to do that all over again. With 37 seconds. I don't know if she has time to burn. Got to switch hands as well, that's not going to help. Was able to get up it pretty quick at the very least. But again, you need about, I don't know, 20, 25 seconds on the monolith. But it won't matter if she can't get through it. Gets to the final obstacle, but 7 seconds is just too little, too late. She's got to formulate a miracle here, and it just won't get there in time. That will do it for Gabriella's run. Yeah, again, it was a good run, but the clock was absolutely brutal. But now we will carry on. Liu. Coming out of Ascend, you can tell by the black and white jersey, and also Ascend being at the bottom of the nameplate. Off to a good start here. This is a pace that we don't see from many of our competitors. And that aggression is what separates L from the others. Getting a lot of forward progress there. Good U-turn. Now it's time to switch over to the second skyhook jump. Makes the jump just about. And would you look at that? 56 to this point is an absolutely excellent pace. Carrying that weight through the V17. That was her first little slip up, but that will be inconsequential, especially now that she's on the final move. Taking a moment to compose herself before the moment of truth. The fastest person to this point, can she finish? Well, the fastest pace who hasn't finished yet, that is. Squarely in 5th place. Taking a lot of extra swings and completely whiffs it on the release. Just didn't have her hands set in the right place. I think she could have gone for a little more swing. If anything, she's really got to drive with that lower body. And the arms as well. This is a full body movement, folks. Got to get a little more, I reckon, Goes for it, and the hands come up short. That will do it for L's run. But still, such a solid run. The fastest pace to that obstacle, not to beat it. I mean, we saw her in the early parts. Showed no signs of slowing down. Coming up is Layla Rabello. Oh, I like that. Got the socks to match the jersey. That's kind of cool. The Vitality Obstacle Fitness colors. You know, the green really does complement the blue. Being dressed for the occasion is one thing, but you gotta execute. That is the key. And she carries so much speed into the latchkey. Doesn't want to waste any time on those stinking platforms. But misses the skyhook. Was maybe a hair's width away from landing it in the cradle. Going again. Layla on her mulligan attempt. There we go. Dials it in just that much more. Goes for the lache, even though I don't think she even needed it. I think she's on the taller end. But now she's in that tough to control out of sync spin, and that will not help her on the skyhooks. Comes up short of the second jump. Gonna take a minute. Again, doing the obstacle like 1.5 times. You gotta be feeling it a little bit. Let's see if she can finish strong here. Layla climbing up the ascending section. Down and around Layla. Nearly out of there. Excellent work. 40 seconds to do it. Honestly, a pretty good time situation. Oh! She almost made it. I will do it for a run, but wow. What a solid attempt at that obstacle. Finished as strongly as she started. Gotta give it to her. Now we have 15 left in the preteen female division. Seemingly representing Surge. It is none other than Kaylee Brown. Off to a blazing start here. Pulling no punches here and there. Actually ahead of Ori's pace. One backswing. And then gonna take her exit route. Kaylee blazing through. Doing a little follow through on those rings. This is gonna be a big reach though, so it was gonna link to that point. And scampers her way throughout. 1.5 seconds ahead of Ori's pace. This is unparalleled. She's gotta stay perfect here if she wants to remain in the lead. It's a little bit of a whiff, but that doesn't lose her too much time. Would you look at that? A second ahead, not going to chalk. Is that the right move? It's all down to this move. Plenty of swing, nearly horizontal, but the hands just can't get onto the ledges. Oh no. Well, this will give her a chance to... Okay, nope, she's going right back into it. Gonna use that retry to its fullest extent. No way! Kaylee just can't hold on. In her efforts to chase the top time, she got really close to the sun, but couldn't hold on to those ledges. Still, though, our furthest, fastest non-finisher by a wide, wide margin. Now, we carry on. Just like that. Leah Bryan. Also, actually, I don't know what gym she represents. In her little portrait, she was representing, like, she was wearing the Surge jersey. But here she's wearing Ascend. I am tempted to believe that her home gym is Ascend, though I'm going to say. Been competing in Ninja since 2022. This is her third season here. Finished 4th in the Premier Series Finals. And loves the challenge course. Favorite color is black, so I'm sure she's very happy to see all these black mats. Also the Ascend, the black and white. Whatever. Leah is absolutely killing it. Big fan of tech. Lately, she's been working on improving her speed and her burnout abilities. This is textbook burnout. That'll take her to the finish of that obstacle. Now, if anything were tech, I'd say it was this. Such a technical move, requires so much finger strength, a lot of power on the behalf of the athlete. Can Leah do it on her first attempt? No! There goes her retry, but she was very close to the mark. Gonna get a moment to breathe as the timer is frozen. Second try. Will it be the charm for Leah? Getting a lot of swing here. One more backswing ought to do it. Oh, she's going to go again. Come on, Leah, don't second guess. It peels right out of her grasp. Leah just can't quite get there. Yeah, see, her hands were on there. You saw a little bit of resistance before she dropped. She was very, very close. I will put her in 6th place. Not bad at all. But now, we will continue. Emmeline Arledge, our next athlete. Alright, a little caught up on that dismount. She's found her way. Going to do the tried and true method on the bumper boxes, just like that. And in no time, is toe-to-toe with the cornerstone. And you know she can go toe-to-toe, no maybe. A whopping 16 competitions under her belt. Very, very devoted to the sport. You can already tell. Ooh, okay. Good Lachey. Looked super smooth. Quick on the draw, too. Saw an opportunity, and she went for it. But misses the skyhook. Completely whiffs there. I wonder what happened. Maybe thought she needed to go closer than she really had to. Gets me, but Emmeline got to do the obstacle all over again. Good transfer there. Turning for the moment of truth here. Though perhaps that's only later. Swinging on one arm like Tarzan? Okay. And landing on one foot. One arm, one foot. So elegant through the latchkey. Speaking of latches, gonna have to latch these circuit board handles into the sockets. And she is rather down on time and shaking out as well. I wonder what she has left. But 30 seconds. She nears the end point of this obstacle. This can be salvaged, but she's only going to have one good attempt here. And she's got to go here. Emmeline. Feeling the pump, feeling the burn. Emmeline has to forget all about that. She's got to go, but she can't get there. Does have a retry, but with 6 seconds, she just can't get there. Was super powerful with the swing as well. I almost wonder if she had a little bit more time on her hands. She hadn't coughed up that retry. She could have made it in time. But still, she'll have to settle with the high leaderboard standing that comes with making it to the final obstacle. It is what it is. Now we have Addie Medeiros. Gotta say, very tall athlete. Interesting to see. Building it up here. Wasting no time, sparing no expenses here. Taking a lot of initiative on the cornerstones to seize the day. You don't get in this position every day. Competing in the regionals on the big stage. Takes a little bit to build up for that swing. Addie looking comfortable. 145. Okay, a little bit of trouble with that dismount, but 104 into her run, and she's already 2 obstacles away. She's stringing together a pretty good run. Having a little bit of trouble threading this needle. Now going through. Quick work on the descent. Let's go. Oh, just spills over the platform. A little sketchy. But that doesn't matter now. It's all down to this. 2 attempts on the monolith. That would give her a big boost on the leaderboard. Gotta dig deep here. As much swing as she can. She goes for it. I don't think she had enough swing there. The release also was a little bit off. Needs to throw herself as hard as she can. Whatever strength she has left, she's got to use to its fullest extent. 20 seconds, gotta go. Addie. That rest might have helped her out, but feels nothing but air on that grab. Addie. That will do it. Still, though, a great run. Had 2 pretty close attempts on that monolith. so I can't fault her for that. It was a pretty good run. Now we move on to Lily and Scarlet. Little link or whatever. Ooh, and some big progress. We got Josiah Papel there on the sidelines holding the chalk, seeing as she represents the Grit Ninja. Oh no! That right hand was too high. It got caught up on the top of that cornerstone. Only so much room for your hands to slide into. Gonna have to take a retry here. But maybe that'll be alright. Much better. Okay, time for Lillian to steer herself into the rings. 4 rings to deal with. 2 you have to hop. A tight sequence of moves that has to be perfected if you want a top time through this. Nice little 1-2. Hops it perfectly. Plenty of distance. As much height as she needed. Perfect move. Now Lillian. Trying to find a way through this. A way in. Oh, just short. Gonna have to take a backswing. That momentum carries her back into contention. Lillian. A few more moves left to go on the V17. Nicely done. But we haven't seen a finisher in quite some time. Lillian. Big jolt on the fingers already. Can she do it? No, just not far enough. I think it's again, that's what I'm talking about with the swing, man. You really have to dial it in. It's like you need the perfect recipe to get through this obstacle. Lillian kicking hard. Got to get as much swing as possible for the moment of reckoning. No! She peels out. 1 swing too many. Just can't get there. But again, yet another run to get to this final obstacle. Just a testament to how strong our preteens have been. And that leaves us with 10. Amongst them is Emily Balco. First things first, gotta get through the carnival ride. Taking an extra backswing and then sprinting through as per the status quo. Season 10 was first place at the Northeast Regionals. In that same season, placed 2nd in the World Championship, 3rd in Strongest Ninja. So how about it? Does find moving with obstacles to be the hardest obstacle type, in her opinion. But the ring tech is no match for Emily. Still neck and neck as she approaches the V17. Some big moves here. Ninja Mania is going to have a lot to smile about if she can carry through this this final obstacle, sorry. What's going through my mind? What's going through her mind? What's she trying to do here? That is the question. What is the thought process? Emily! No! Just short. Need just a little bit more. Emily, come on. Gotta make something happen here if she wants to finish the course. Gotta drive as hard as she can, and she gets there! Emily Balco is our first finisher in a long time! With a time of 1:29.91, she slots herself squarely between first and third. Very, very well done. So like that, we have 5 finishers, 9 competitors left. Kaylee Hanlon, also chasing a top time, no doubt. Oh, a link! Whoa! Kaylee! That was huge. All right, let's be a little bit more careful. I'm sure we're going to get a link there, but no need for such... No! Kaylee! There is no way that just happened. The preteen world champion and world's strongest ninja. And that proves that speed can kill. Ooh-wee. Yeah, had to slot her right hand into such a tiny surface area. And only 45 seconds have passed. If only she had made that link. What could have been? Absolutely crushed the course. I know she's a little bit bummed about that. But just look at what she did after the fact. If that's any sort of consolation. It remains to be seen if anyone's going to repeat that. But Kylie Rector will be off to the races right now. Been doing ninja since she was 4. Loves vertical limits and cliffhangers. Strives to be on the show one day. Or at least go see it in person. As someone who has gone to see it in person, I would recommend it. Very nice. Very fun experience. But Kylie, this is her run. She's watched American Ninja Warrior plenty of times, but now she is the athlete. Getting a good pullback here. And Kylie is going to carry on forward through these skyhooks. Not too many extra swings. That's nice. It's going to reach out to that ring, which will take her to a static platform. Moving on to the V17. Going down and about. There's a minute 20 left. Oh, waving the arms! Oh, what a save! Kylie Rector somehow bringing it back. What an insane display of balance. But can she finish out in style? Got a lot of swing. This may be enough. But the release, too high up, not enough forward. Take a moment to breathe. That is the key. Building it up. Regripping a lot, though I think her fingers are really feeling the fatigue and can't quite get to the second swinging pillar. Tough break. But again, really solid run there out of Kylie, and look at that save. That's just a sight to behold. Now we move on to a competitor I recognize, Frances Nix, one of the Nix sisters. Seen her around plenty of times, representing Strive Ninja Fitness. Looks like the ref is playing with the carnival ride. Make sure that's a little more steady before we get this going. Though I think what's happening is I think there needs to be some obstacle maintenance. Perhaps involving the second obstacle. So, looks like Frances is going to get iced a little bit. Hopefully this isn't too hard. I mean, I'm sure she's been iced plenty of times in the past. Alright, here we go. Frances. Been training since 2018. 8 years. Which is absolutely crazy. Also recently earned a spot on the Ascend Marlboro team. Great to see the progression. Frances. But nonetheless, focusing on the now. Oh no! The skyhook. It just evades her grasp. Frances got to go again. Taking a moment to breathe. Because the timer hasn't gone yet. Well, it has now, but... I digress. Frances. Second try is not the charm! Frances couldn't get the skyhook. Oh, tough scene there. See what she can do here. 5'3", one of our taller athletes, evidently can make these big stretches. Barely even needs to swing at all. And there it is. Frances at the final obstacle. Oh, can't quite make it. That's a tough obstacle, but Frances did what she could there. Looked smooth. There's just a few little mistakes, which, you know, do tend to happen. Now up next is Ninja D, Dallas Peoples. This is her second year in the league. Trains at Vitality. Trains 5 days a week, is super devoted. Honestly, more power to you. Alright. Let's see, going through. Very solid. Very close to Ori's pace. For what it's worth. One of the closest it's ever been, granted. Switches that hand around. Easy does it. Dallas is there. Going about the V17. Comfortable in her element. It's like a cruel physical game of operation. But instead of getting electrocuted, you feel your entire weight on one of your arms. Of course. There we go. 1:30. Might have a chance at biting Emily's pace. This is where the chicken nuggets really come into play. Okay. Dallas building it up. A lot of swing. This is what I want to see. No! The backhand couldn't endure the impact. That was so close. Oh, come on. Now Dallas going again, and second try is the charm. With 48 seconds on the clock, Dallas Peoples bumps onto the podium. With a few more competitors left, that is a super solid run. Here we go, 5 left. Agala Theodority. I apologize if that's incorrect, but Agala, representing Ninja Labs, has 16 competitions, very, very experienced, and has presumably placed high in a good majority of them, given her placement in the run order. Nice backswing to get herself out of there. Now Agala, looking strong, looking smooth. Gotta take an extra swing here, though, to find that ring. Soaring through, but hits down to the ground. An unexpected retry there for Agala. Gonna have to go all the way back there. At least I hope that's the play, of course. Wouldn't want anything less for her. No! What happened? Not again! Came up short of the hook for a second time. Oh my goodness. Tough break there. Finding our way through the V17. And she's getting there. Also, notably, is wearing an Empire Ninja jersey. I don't think I've seen that all weekend. Oh, but comes up short. Oh, is she going to try that again? Yeah, you can see it here. The right hand was set up, but the left hand just didn't get far enough, and that is why you need as much swing as you can get. Of course, the release also just as important. Still, though, a solid run. Just had to do what she could. All in all, was super solid on the cornerstone and all. That's what we would expect out of a competitor this late in the run order. But here we have Madison Carraz. She comes out of surge. Big moves here. Setting herself up for the dismount, perhaps? In any case, quick on her feet, light steps to evade disaster on the balance. Cornerstone. Swinging so hard, and underbars to the dismount. Madison going for broke. This may pay off. She can carry on through. Almost thought she was setting for a link, but that does give her plenty of swing to negotiate the rings with. Up she goes on the V17. This is where the tempo slows down just a tad. You can be aggressive and crazy with your moves, but you also got to be slow and precise. And with that, is very close to the top time. She can get through here in one attempt. That will do wonders for her placement. Come on, Madison. One more backswing. And she's there. The Ninja Works timer quivering under her ninja duress. What an excellent run. Madison bumping into second place with a time of 120.84. And that leaves us with 3. Fiona Nix, CC Angle, and Grace Murphy. Fiona Nix, the other half of the Nix sisters, has competed in a whopping 30 Tier 1 competitions. Also loves playing the tuba, theater, collecting records, and marching band. Oh, we've tried to do a follow-through. Did kind of work out. I believe this is where her sister went down. Does avenge her. Good to see here from Fiona. Can she follow through and get the buzzer? That is the question that I am asking. Fiona, representing Strive, wearing the Ascend shirt. Been all around the country to compete in Ninja. 93 Tier 1 competitions across her whole career. She's going for it. Nicely done, Fiona! Is that going to be our new second place time? It is! 117, got a smile plastered on her face as the photo op snaps some pictures for her. Such an excellent run there from Fiona. Still, Ori's top time, there's still a 10-second gap between her and second. CC Angle is up next. And to be this late in the run order, you gotta be a beast. So what does CC Angle have in mind? Leading with one hand, I thought she was gonna link, is gonna link the dismount. Is a little bit ahead actually of Ori's pace. Going to follow through on the rings, getting a pullback to get the proper skyhook jumps, linking there as well, and going for the dismount. About 2 seconds ahead. Can she carry this lead? Gotta remain perfect here. She wants to bump into the lead. First place. A daunting goal, but CC might be in for it if, and only if, she makes this jump on her first go. She goes for it immediately and goes for the dismount to clear with a sub-minute time. 57.89 out of the Surge Ninja representative. Such an insane time. And I thought Ori's time was going to stand uncontested. But I was wrong. Oh, I was wrong. But now, up next, is a very, very decorated ninja. The New England point champion, Grace Murphy. Moving quickly. Doesn't want to spend any time playing around here. Means business. Not going to link out, but that's okay. Grace speeding through nonetheless. He's also the 2025 head-to-head champion. Super strong, we already know. And also very tall. So can make these big moves. Looking very comfortable. But it's going to be tough to catch CC's time from here. But maybe that's of little importance to Grace. Just wants to get the buzzer. She's looking super comfortable here. About 4 seconds behind. Just got to go at this point. One backswing. Are you kidding me, Grace? What an excellent run. 104.8 nudges her into second place. And that will do it for the preteen female division. Notice how her fingers came off and she still held on. What a beast. Okay, so that will do it for our preteen female division. We had 10 finishers when all was said and done. I do believe they have one more course lined up for them, if memory serves correctly. So you won't want to miss that. But if you want to keep going with the challenge course here, tune back in at 11 o'clock. We will be picking it back up with the preteen male division, which is our biggest age division on this course we've seen yet. But until then, I have been Kane Malden, and this has been the preteen female division on the challenge course.